Hey, Johnny Mosley here for Peter Glenn Ski and Sport. We're an outdoor retailer, and that means this is the spot where all the brands come and show off what they've been working on, you know, new technology from in clothing and skis and boots and bindings. And we're at Helly Hansen, and this brand is, I mean, ground zero for tech in outerwear, workwear, ski wear, sailing, you name it, fishing. And we're joined by Brady. Brady, tell me what it is you do, because basically my association with you is that when you came into Helly, all of a sudden, like, Helly was back on the scene. So let's get to the history of Helly Hansen, because it's really interesting. But I just like to know kind of how you approached it, because when you came in, you brought in, I mean, Helly is a legacy brand, but when you kind of put it in fast forward, obviously you got great skiers like Marcus and Kalen, but what's been your whole philosophy on Helly and what you do?
The philosophy for me, I'm a brand person, I'm a brand fan, I've been around this brand for a while, but the big thing is you have to know where you came from. In order to be authentic to yourself, you have to know where you came from, you have to know all of your history, the good, the bad, all the innovations, everything else. If you don't know that, then you're not doing yourself justice, because there's a lot of cool, rich history here. We've been around for 142 years. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that we can learn from that. And pull from it, and there's a lot of stuff that we have learned, but there's a lot of things that we can look back on and revisit and tell better stories of, everything else. Like, there's just such untapped opportunity there.
Yeah. You were telling me a little bit about that history, 142 years ago. And we'll get to the products later, like this killer jacket I'm wearing, but I thought it was interesting. You were telling me about it was a fisherman who created the first waterproof fabric. Go ahead.
Yeah. So in 1877, the brand was actually founded by a guy named Helly Hansen.
Okay.
He was a Norse fisherman by trade. He was a sea captain.
Okay.
And back then it was sailboats that they were on.
Yeah.
So he was out sailing and he needed to keep his crew dry. He came up with an idea to coat linseed, coarse linen with linseed oil. Okay. In order to make supple waterproof jackets. Okay. Before that, you had stiff as a board waterproof jackets that you could move around in.
So, but you said you put it on the deck or something like that?
So the linseed oil was originally used to seal the boards of their boat on the deck
that's
boards.
how he knew it was like a waterproof.
Yeah, that's how he knew it was a proofing thing and weatherproof. So by doing that, he knew he was going to be waterproof. Yeah. And it was for his crew who couldn't choose their day. They had to go out there and make their living out there. And so that's really what's driven a lot of the innovations for the brand. Like the first fleece ever invented was by us in fiber pile in 1961. Made for Swedish lumberjacks.
So you guys are responsible for fleece?
Yep, pile fleece.
For those, jackets you buy at Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco? No, I'm kidding. No, I mean, it's amazing how relevant fleece still is.
Absolutely.
I mean, I love fleece. Obviously, tell me the evolution of fleece, right? Like, what is it now?
So fleece started out as an interlock, really, really pile lofty structure that was that pile on one side and kind of knitted face on the other. And that was so it could trap as much air as possible but not retain nearly as much water. Got it. And that was just a high warmth to weight ratio thing because these guys were in cold environments out in the Scandinavian area that it's cold in the winter. They're working outside, they need warmth. They need something with low weight and high warmth. And that's kind of the genesis point of fleece, is that pile fleece, and it's been refined over the years to the much narrower fleece that we know today. Wow. But pile fleece has had its resurgence now.
Hey Brady, I mean, for a marketing brand guy, you know your history.
Yep, product geek at the end of the day.
I'm impressed. Like you said, you got to kind of know where you came from.
Absolutely.
To be able to know where you're going.
Absolutely.
All right, so tell me just briefly, because we'll talk about the products, where are you looking at now? Like, what's your, obviously you guys have a lot of cool innovations, the air gel, cell phone stuff. Yep. Is that what it's called? Yep. Okay. Yep. What else are you kind of thinking about right now?
So there's a lot of work being put into how to make just the day better on out in the environment. So when you're out skiing, things like that. So we've integrated Leaf-Aloft, which was just insulators this year, into jackets. Okay. So it's a lighter insulation. Yeah. So at an 80 gram level, it's warmer than 100 gram comparable insulations. So by generating more warmth and also being naturally hydrophobic without a coating. Okay. It's basically trying to just create better products that do things more efficiently to make the day better. Working with your own microclimate. Sure. That's one of the big things too, because everybody runs different. Right. Everybody's working at different levels when they're skiing versus on a chairlift. Yeah. They need to adjust. It's making things that can keep you dry, keep you warm, keep you happy, but adjust with you.
Right. Cool. All right. Hey, Brady, thanks for taking the time.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to talk to you about some of the products like I have, but that's good for now. Now you know a little bit about Helly, where they come from, why they're such a a coveted brand in this industry. All right, for Peter Glenn Ski and Sport, I'm Johnny Mosley.